of reason, first condition, these two table verified, comparing, data result will come, that will be storing into one more data block. Next, these two tables are comparing, the result will come, and the result will go for to take here. So one more thing. So again, these two end operator will work in between these two, and final result will come as, and the final result will keeping into another data block. And from there, it was sending, okay, users. So this much lengthy process. This much a lengthy process is going to be happening. But clustered, you can see, already your tables are joining, and having in the same memory location. XX, here X is called a common column. So what it was happening, again, not necessary to check these conditions, just only end condition is applied, directly the result will come to you. Okay, the final, okay, result will come to you. Directly, the final result will come to you. And the final result sending to whom? Users. Okay, then what happened? It was improve the performance of joins. It improved the performance of what now? Joins. Okay, now? So this is clustered, non-clustered mechanisms, how the tables internally saved by your database memories. Okay, right. But sir, okay, fine. So we understand here. So finally, what you want to say, guys, here? Clustered is nothing but what do you say? It's a collection of or group of tables together sharing with the same memory. The group of tables are sharing, okay, with which memory? Same memory. So point understand, na? The group of tables sharing same memory. Okay, what is clustered? It is a group of tables together, together share same memory or same data block memory in database. Okay, na? Right. But these clusters, okay, when you create what I'm saying here, okay, so whenever we create or created clustered tables, then we should have, we should have a common column. Common column is mandatory. Understand, na? Common column name is mandatory. Okay, then only possible. Otherwise, we cannot create it. Next, clusters main reason, purpose, why we want to create clustered tables means the main cause of your cluster means to improve the performance of joins. So join query performances are improving here. The performance of joins. Understand that? This is the main cause. If any interview person, if any interview panel, if you go to any interview panel, you can go and ask them. And if anybody asks you, so what is the cluster advantage means? Now, when we are retrieving data from multiple tables by using of joins, and those tables are not in non-clustered manner, okay, not in clustered manner, then retrieval data is very, very slow. And my join query performance is also degraded. To overcome this problem, we need to create a clusters and later take or retrieve your data from those tables who are having in the clustered memories, so that the improvement of join performance will be increases. Okay, now this is the reason. But how to create a clustered? Okay, this clustered tables, how to create it means that there are 3 steps are there, guys, here. Step 1, create a cluster. First of all, first we need to create a one clustered memory you need to create. Okay, now, so how to create a cluster? Now the syntax is I'm giving here. So what is my syntax for this cluster? The syntax of cluster. So create cluster and I want to give cluster name. I want to give cluster name of here I will be go for common column name. Compulsory I said now common column name, and definitely you have to give data type, and if it is required size also give it. This is first step here. After created your memory cluster memory, on this cluster memory create an index. Create an index to fastly retrieving purpose. We need to using create an index. So what is the syntax for this? That means create index, and I want to give it my index name. Okay. On which one we created? Cluster memory. We are creating not on table. We are creating on cluster. And now you want to give it a cluster name. Now you want to give it a cluster name. Okay. Now this is second step. Then after, now I want to create a tables. Now, how many tables you need to keep under clustered memory as per your requirement, I'm telling. So when you're working in a company, you can easily understand based on the requirements, automatically will get some idea. Okay, which table or which tables I need to keep under clustered tables. So based on that, your requirement basis, you can understand that. So create a table name as usual. And of course, all of you know how to create a table and the data type, size, and how many number of columns are required to you as per your requirement. That many number of columns you can go to mention first of all. After that, this table we need to add to my clustered memory. I need to add this table under cluster. So how to write cluster name of which column wise these cluster tables are joining, means a common column wise. Got it my point now? It is a common column name wise I am going to add. Okay, so these three syntax steps, so carefully observe. Okay, first memory, create cluster memory, apply your index for quickly retrieving purpose, and later create your table. But which table are you created? The table you just link with your cluster memory. And how are you linking with cluster memory? Based on common column. Okay, so these are the three steps, guys. Okay, right. And now I will show you how it was going to be happen. Okay, so practically come back and see. So open your SQL Plus. Okay, so as usual, you can go MyDB 11 AM. Okay, right. Now, first one, create clustered EMP underscore DEPT. Create cluster name. Oh, common column is missing. Huh? So my common column is what? No, DEPT number integer data type. Got it my point now? After that, I need to create a cluster. But what it was happening, it was asking to me, MyDB 11 AM user is not having insufficient privileges. That means I don't have a privileges to create a cluster memories. So who will give it these permissions? Only system. So now system will give it here, the administrator. Create cluster to MyDB 11 AM. To MyDB 11 AM. So after permissions are granted by administrator to your MyDB 11 AM user, then MyDB 11 AM user, now he was connecting now. Okay, he was connected, and whatever he tried to create a cluster, now this time cluster successfully created. This is my first step. And after that, I need to create index name CI on clustered. My cluster name is what now? EMP underscore DEPT. So now index also successfully designed. Second step. Third step is what now? Now I want to create a tables. Okay, so careful observe. Create a table, the table DEPT 11. So for example, here I'm giving here. Okay. So otherwise first EMP table I'm creating. So EMP 11, and here I'm taking employee ID, employee name, varchar 2, and department number integer. Your department number I'm taking as a common column. Then what I want to do up to here, if I leave and create your table, what we called this table is a clustered table or non-clustered table. Come on, guys. Up to here, if I leave like this and I break my query with semicolon, then the table is created. We all of you know. But this is which type of table is created? Clustered or non-clustered? By default, what it is? Yes, by default, non-clusters. So that's why I don't want it non-clustered. I want it clustered. Then I had cluster name EMP underscore DEPT. Of which column wise? Department number column wise, I'm going to adding this. Understand now? So now, okay, first table is created. Second table, create a table. DEPT 11, department name, first department number now. DEPT number into department name varchar 2 of some size. And here also, this table I need to add to my cluster. Which cluster? EMP2, EMP underscore DEPT, and common call. Also mention common call. So the common column wise, you can go to prepare here. Okay. Now, the two tables are created fine. After created, okay, then now I'm inserting some data. Insert into EMP11, sending values, ID number 1021, Smith, department number 10. And then now same as 1022, some name is Alan, department number 20. So like this, you can insert number of records as your wish. And I just making commit to permanent saving purpose. Same as the department 11, sending values, department number 10, department name D1. So it is also inserted. Same as department number 20, department is D2. It is also. Suppose I just made it commit here also. Okay. Carefully observe. Then after inserting the cluster table data, then you have to call EMP11 and EMP11 and DEPT11. Okay, now it was taking like this. After taking this, okay, now we can see, sir, okay, this is up to here. Okay, as per the step 1, step 2, step 3, we created a cluster table, we are inserting data, and finally, this is our information, we got it. But you people have a question. How I know these two tables are having in the clustered memory? How you can identify, sir? How I know it? Okay, now because it is also just like normal table only it is showing. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? These tables are showing just like a normal table now. Okay, right. So how you knows? Okay, na? These two tables are having in the same clustered memory, sir. How I find out? So the doubt automatically come to you. And even though some interview person is also asking, how I knows these two tables are having under clustered memory? Okay. Same thing. Can you tell me one small example here? Okay. Guys, for example, there are two students are there now. Okay, na? So student number 1, student number 2. So these two students are coming from same hostel or different hostel. How I knows? How I knows this student 1, student 2, these both students are coming from same hostel. How he knows that? How I know? Is simple. When I'm asking to S1, okay, I'm asking to S1, are you coming from which hostel? He was saying that, okay, X hostel. Okay. And I'm asking to student number 2, you are coming from which hostel? He was also saying X hostel. That means both the hostel names are same now. Yes or no, guys? Both hostel names are same now. Yes. So when this both are having from the same location, from the same hostel, so I can find out these two people was coming from same location or same hostel. Yes or no? Just logically think this word. Yes. So that is what I'm telling now. So both are coming from same hostel. Okay, how I knows means when both people are telling same hostel name, then I say that this both people are having in the same hostel. If suppose these people will say one person, S1 person saying, I'm coming from X, he was coming from Y. Then tell me the both students are coming from same hostel or different hostels. For your easiness purpose, I'm telling this example. Same hostel or different hostels? Different hostels. Different hostels means, okay, clustered or non-clustered? Non-clustered. Same hostel means clustered? Yeah, cluster. So how we find out like that? The students are coming from same hostel, that means clustered, different hostel, that means non-clustered. Same to same, these two tables are having in the cluster, that means having in the same clustered memory or not. How I knows means that I knows with the help of what now? Their row IDs. Their row IDs. If both tables row IDs are showing same IDs, then both tables are having in the clustered memory. If both table row IDs are showing different row IDs, then we called as these two tables are non-clustered. Okay. And we already know row IDs already we discussed. Row IDs are permanent or temporary? Come on, guys. Row ID is a permanent or temporary? Row ID temporary, yeah. What, yeah? Permanent IDs. Forgot it, huh? So row IDs are what? Permanent. Now we can call. Select row ID from EMP 11 table row. Select row ID from DEPT 11 table. Now we can see. Check it out. Come on, check it out. Both row IDs are same or not? Check it out. Yes. Both are same, na? Yeah, same to same. See, now see, first row, okay, first row and here first row, same row ID. Second row, here second row, same row ID. Okay, na? So that means when it was having the both are in the same, then we called as here, yes, these two tables are clustered. This is one way you can identify whether your tables are in clustered or not. Another way is what now? You can see. So suppose if you want to call select star from tab, can you see when you call this a select star from tab, emp underscore dept is called as a clustered. Okay, na? Emp underscore dept is called as my cluster name. So clustered. In this clustered, here you can see clustered ID is there. So one of the ID DEPT11 is a table. This table ID number 2. That means this is a second table in clustered memory. Next, in the same cluster, EMP11 is also table 1. So that means in my cluster, see, clustered ID column. Cluster ID column is showing here 1 and 2. Cluster ID column showing here 1 and 2. So like we are by using of this clustered IDs also, we can identify which tables or what are the tables are there in the cluster memory. Because can you see, remaining tables are there, branch table, child table, course table, customer table, remaining tables are there. But remaining tables purpose, it was showing any cluster ID number? Come on. No, it is not showing. So the cluster ID number showing for only those tables. One is a DEPT11 table and a EMP11. Okay, EMP11 table. That's why these two tables only there in the cluster memory. That's why the IDs are generated. And remaining tables are not there in the cluster memory. That's why it is not showing any ID number for those tables which are not there in the cluster. Got it my point now? This is second way you can go to check it out whether my tables are having in the clustered or not. Next, another way also there. What is another way? By using of one data dictionary. So user underscore clusters, one data dictionary is there. User underscore clusters. In this data dictionary, one of this clustered name is there here. And now you can say clustered name from user underscore clusters. So what is my cluster name? EMP underscore DEPT. Like you can also see your clustered name. EMP underscore DEPT. Then after, now another data dictionary is there. In this clustered memory, which tables are there? What are the tables? I want to see my tables which was there under cluster. There you have one more data dictionary is called as a user underscore tables. In this user underscore tables, and now we can see one of my column. Table name is one of my column. Cluster name is one of my column is there. And now you can call. Select table underscore name from user underscore tables where clustered underscore name is equals to emp underscore dept. So under emp underscore dept clustered, okay, now how many tables are there you want to see, then you can see like this. Now tell me guys here, how many tables we have in the cluster memory and what are those? Come on. Yes, there are two tables. Yes, there are two tables. And those tables, if you want to know it, what are the tables means, so you can see like EMP11 and DEPT11. Okay, now, so this is the way you can create your cluster tables, and those tables are under cluster memory or not. So by using of row IDs, you can check both are having in the same memory or not. Otherwise, by using of their cluster ID numbers also, we can identify these tables are okay, they are in the cluster memory. Otherwise, you can see some data dictionary basis. You will be find out your clustered in my particular cluster memory. Okay, which kind of tables I kept. Okay, so this kind of information, sir, we can go to see by using of your clusters. And now, but okay, sir, that's fine. But now here observe, in my EMP underscore DEPT clustered memory, I have two tables, EMP11 and DEPT11. For example, sir, this clustered, if I want to drop, okay, so drop cluster EMP underscore DEPT, I'm saying that. So drop clustered cluster name, okay, and now you can see what it was happened if you try to drop your clustered memory directly from your database. What happened, you can see it was showing some error. The error is what now? Clustered is not empty. The clustered is not empty. Yes or no? Is it right or wrong? Your cluster memory is an empty memory or having tables? Yes, my cluster memory is not empty. It was a having table. That's why it was showing what now? Clustered, not empty. Clustered, not empty. Okay, now, right. But how I can drop, sir? Still you have a cluster. See, still you have a cluster. Still you have a cluster. Clustered is not drop. Still you have a clustered tables also. Tables also not drop. Then how I can drop my clustered memory, sir? Means that there is a one syntax. Drop clustered cluster name EMP underscore DEPT. What I want to use your statement, including tables. Which statement I have to use here? Including tables. That means in your cluster memory, if the memory, if I want to drop or delete from my database, compulsory empty clusters are okay. The cluster is cannot be dropped when it is not empty. So that's what we want to do. If I want to drop means including tables, okay, I need to drop including tables. So when the statements additionally, when the statement is adding to your cluster, yes, of course, then it will be clustered drop. And now you can see the cluster successfully deleted. But I have a doubt. Sorry, a cluster is deleted. That's fine. Cluster is deleted means along with the cluster, your table also deleted, or tables are there. What is your guessing? Your tables also deleted or tables are there? Yes. Now you can see tables are there or not there. You can see your cluster and see. Do you have any table? Do you have any tables? No, there is no tables. Same as, can you come out and see, select a star from tab list. You can see database tab list. Database tab list, can you find out? Can you find out? EMP11, DEPT11 or EMP underscore DEPT clustered. Is any table of cluster or cluster memories are there? EMP11, DEPT11 tables are there? Or you have, it was showing any cluster ID numbers? No, it doesn't show it here. Got it my point now? So this is the way you have to drop your clusters. Once you're dropping your clusters, automatically your tables also deleted. Okay now? So this is one of the small topic, guys, here. And the main purpose of this topic is what now? To improving the performance of a database. Okay, right? Sorry, performance of joins, not database. Performance of a joins purpose. Okay, right. So the complete notes I'm going to sharing, guys, here. Okay, so the main notes and trending notes, okay, both are uploaded. Right, yes. Okay. Now, this is a small topic of SQL language cluster memories. Okay, how to create it. And now, and two more things are there. One is the user-defined and user-defined data types, as well as what we next normalization. Okay, now these two topics are there. in the part of SQL. Okay. So once these two topics are finished, then okay, your SQL language or SQL part was finished and we enter into PLSQL. Okay, right. And now, yeah, so today I stop it here and I will interact with you. So having any doubts, you can send your doubts now. So we will discuss. Yesterday I was not taking a doubt session. So that's why today I'm taking doubt session. So having any doubts here, you just call. Okay, send you.